Hey guys, Nick here, and in today's video I want to show you the musical side of Weaponiser, helped a little bit by Concept 2, Krotos' latest synthesizer. Now, Weaponiser is, if you don't know, it's a perfect tool for creating gun sounds, sci-fi, modern world, historic stuff like that, by layering various sounds that you may want to use, and in order to create some, weird rifle, pistol, or whatever. What's good about Weaponizer especially is the layering of sounds. As you can see here in the main part of the GUI is layering of like four various sounds in four various samples in four different layers that are basically combined together, create this one big gunshot. But what I have here is that I have created four individual instruments, and each one of them has its own output on the mixer of Weaponizer, and basically you can trigger them on your MIDI keyboard. Each one of them is mapped to a different MIDI key, starting with if you press the C3 or C4 depending on your DAW, you trigger all of them together. But once you start going with the C sharp, D sharp, and E, it starts triggering each one of these oncept, body, thump, and tail layers individually. So what I have here is that I have layered different round robins and recordings of like a bass drum, and I have enabled here a round robin, basically a triggering, random triggering of the sample. So if I press like my C sharp, you see here, let me just, sorry. See how it is scrolling through different sounds. If I go into my body, I have my taikos here. If I go into thump, I have a just two gong samples, and the tail is my stick. Now the reverb is external that I'm using by another reverb plugin that I have here, just to give it more ambient. And I have processed each individual of these instruments with just a tiny little bit of compression and saturation and transient shapers and whatnot. So what I have here basically is a rhythmic pattern that I've created with Weaponizer, and it's helped by the Concept's drone, basically to give me some sort of like an ambient background music for a game. So when I press play in Studio One, this is what happens. And Concept is basically just helping us, create this sort of like a mood. If I just mute the Concept and leave my Weaponizer, I'm just using an external reverb here for, as you can see, if I press my and these sticks, and it's MIDI, it's velocity sensitive, it can get triggered by MIDI, so you can create your own like a small, if you have your own instruments, percussion stuff, you can sample them, different round robins and everything, import them into Weaponizer, where it can start, triggering these individually. So it's pretty cool, to it can just go scroll through them, so you can have your own little virtual, epic ambient drum set, whatever you want to create. Basically what I've chosen here is an epic ambient drum set. So if I press play and let's hear just the drums by themselves and without the reverb. So these are my drum samples layered to inside Weaponizer only, so dry by themselves and without. a pretty cool feature if you don't own already some drum trigger, virtual instrument, or whatever. It's also a good tool for doing some rudimental drum layering. So yeah, I hope this has been educational for you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!